Good afternoon, my name is Pop. I'm making a video about a problem I'm having with dropcaps. I'm using the editor of Calibre. I am using an adjacent sibling, the plus sign, to create dropcaps. There are two sets of code. The first one here, H1 plus P, unindents text. So I've got the H1 right here, this is the P, and I'm unindenting this first paragraph. And the second piece of code takes the H1 and produces a drop cap at the first letter. And here is the code for the drop cap. It's 3M size, and it floats left, and that's its line height. I had previously had regular indents greater than this in order to demonstrate the drop cap more. Well, this is all well and fine, and you can see over here in the editor the code for the writing that appears as an epub. And if I go down like this, you can see what's next. You need to go to the CSS file in the Calibre editor in order to see the CSS, and a quick way to do this is to hit Control T, which I'm going to do now. Now I've already got the style sheet up there, but I'm going to hit Control T, and you just type in CSS, and then you go to the style sheet, and as I say, it's already up there. Well, here's all the stuff that's in the CSS style sheet, but I'm going to go all the way down to where this drop cap stuff is, and you can see I've got H1 plus P, H1 plus P first letter. Now I've got a problem. This is a problem that I've solved. Here's an H1, an intervening image, and then the first paragraph, and you see it does not work. Well, in order to make it work, you have to alter the code by putting in H1 plus image plus P, and then the same thing down here. Well, I've got it. You can see in red here that I have got it removed temporarily, and I'm going to temporarily unremove it, and there it is. Now I have got. Oops, I went back up. Now I've got a drop cap that is showing because the code works. And the code works because it specifically says that there is going to be H1 plus an image plus P. I've also got the old one, H1 plus P. Okay, everything is fine and dandy, but I wanted to have a general code that would work even though I had more than one image, or perhaps I have an image, another image, an OL box, another OL box, and I still want that drop cap. I want that drop cap under every single circumstance. Well, I'm going to now have to change the coding and go from adjacent to general, and the general is a tilde. And you would say, well, okay, I've got image, image, OL, OL, and it doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work because you see I have got it, I've got it here where it's zeroed out. So I'm going to unzero it out, and then it should work, correct? Well, it doesn't. And why doesn't it work? Well, it does not work because I have got this file, this XHTML file, as a single unit. You have to break it up. Now, the way you do that is you go here in the Calibre editor. I've got screenshots of it here. It shows as a single file, and then you're going to break it up. Let me go over and see the single file right here. Now I'm going to break it up by going over to this right portion, right click, and split at multiple locations. And what are the multiple locations? Well, every H1. So I'm going to type in H1 and hit OK, and then hit OK, and then it does its magic. Now you've got all these different XHTML files, each one beginning at H1. Okay, let me find the one where I'm at and go to it. And remember, this was the general sibling one with a tilde. So I've got picture, picture, OL, another OL. Lo and behold, now I've got a drop cap. It works. Son of a gun. Let's see what else we can do here. Here's a screenshot of the whole thing. I am going to be supplying both this video and also the file itself. Well, here's what we've got. I have to split H1 or H2 to start new pages. You cannot use page break before a void. I don't know any other way around this, and I would like to find out a method where I could have a whole bunch of H2s in some single segment, but still be able to use code like this. This H1 plus P, H1 plus image plus P, that works for merged or split XHTML with or without a single intervening image. This last right here, H1 tilde P first of type and H1 tilde P first of type first letter. This works for split but not merged XHTML with or without any number of intervening items. Now, I've got a couple more things regarding this. If you want to merge this stuff back, there's a way to do that. Just as over here you split them, you have to now go over here to merge them. So what you do is you grab them all like this, right click. Oops, I didn't do it right. Grab them all like this, right click, and that says merge. I'm not going to do that at the moment. This just shows how to merge that. Now, look what happened here. I have got the drop cap going in the wrong position. That happens. And the reason that happens is because of these images. So I've still got a problem there. Where was I? Number 4. I'm going to go to number 5. When would you use this stuff? I mean, so what? It's a small detail. Well, I like to use a drop cap at every major H1. But when I use an H2, I don't want to split them up such that the H2 begins at the top of a page. That just depends on what kind of writing you're doing. And then the last thing, I'm using, there's TALLcaps and then there's dropcaps. The dropcaps will screw up. This is a drop cap. You see that? It's dropped down and it's taking up 2 lines. All right, let's go over. Let's go back over to the CSS, and I'm going to change it. And I'm going to find where the float left is. If you change this to float none, or just don't put in anything. Let's see. No, I think you have to put in none. It comes up and it becomes a TALLcap. Now, that still messes up when you've got intervening pictures. No, it doesn't. It only messes up when there is a drop cap. So if somebody could explain that, I would be very grateful. My name is Pop. I thank you very much.